I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while, at the reasons for plenty, but right now I ain't seen none. I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541.
Yes.
Especially that scenario.
Yeah.
Madsen on the BART. I just took the BART like a few weeks ago. It's like I can't imagine being on the BART and seeing like somebody in a suit and like with a clip.
That's like 6'10".
No, he definitely had the clipboard, but he was wearing just he looked like us. The most casual gear you could wear.
Just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on a bus.
Yes,
trying to make his way home.
Yes, trying to make his way home.
He was the Utah Valley head coach for 3 years before the Cal job.
Who knew Jewel was writing about Mark Madsen all along?
Jewel.
Yeah.
Jewel knew.
Secret hottie.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a picture of her in 20 years.
Oh.
Whenever she was popular.
Snaggletooth.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of cute.
Hey, the Snaggletooth doesn't bother.
I love Ski trying to like climb his way out of that comment.
Hey, I just said I haven't seen it. I like Jewel as well.
Yeah, I like Jewel just fine. It's like like everybody else. I'm just like you guys.
Yeah, man of the people here. Come on.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Booble
Jewel got rid of the Snaggletooth.
No, Jewel.
Booble correcting us, by the way. One of us was Joan Osborne.
Oh, Jewel. That's right.
Ooh,
that's right.
I was going to say maybe Natalie and Bruglia.
No. Come on.
Now you're just saying names from 20 years ago. Come on.
Oh, yeah, she got rid of the Snaggletooth.
25.
Good for her.
Ago. Yeah, man.
That's all the thing.
Modern dentistry. I mean, it's like Michael Strahan. Like, feel free. Like, fix the gap.
Well, he knows the thing. Like, has anyone got veneers where you think it actually looks good?
Ron Perlman? I mean, we're about to talk about Ron Perlman in a few, but
fucking Jason Mewes, just because he was all meth mouthed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, well that's fair enough. But I remember, like, I'm not the biggest Barstool guy, but probably like a year ago. What's his name? Something Compton, Will Compton, Jeff Compton. He was like, yes, you guys, you figured me out. I got veneers, and it's like, yeah, no shit, guy. Like, you showed up with chiclets the size of quarters, and they're white, and now you talk like this because your teeth are so big. It's weird. It's just a weird. I don't know. I don't get it, but.
Yeah, it's a tough decision because, especially if you're in the public eye, because everybody knows you by the way you look, and that includes your teeth. And so making a huge change like that, it's jarring. Yeah. Lou Holtz on Barstool, says Booble.
I don't know, guys. I would never be on Barstool.
I mean, it's close enough.
That's one of my
with the way they talk. Yeah. He's. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, one of my favorite things I ever made in radio was the Dan Patrick 15-second promo that I made that ends in the Lou Holtz. Jesus Christ! They put their pants on the same way we do. Love it.
On that note, I think that station you used to work for has totally changed all the bumper sounds and everything.
I heard some of that earlier. Yeah, there was like a promo for Tannen in it that had like weird. It had like licensed music that you have to pay for, and somebody is going to get in trouble.
I'm pretty sure yesterday, the day before, the disembodied voice just called it the Steve Tannen Show.
Whoa!
Like, what?
It's not sports talk? Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, apparently not.
I need to send a text here to Nick.
What was it? Sports talk and what?
I'm not going to ask.
Sports talk and what was the other one called? It's the same show. Yeah. Crunch time. Yeah. That made no sense.
No, crunch time. Crunch time is when they added Myers for like that hour. It's a different show. It's a different show, and then
it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for 10 years, it was not.
Yeah.
Ideally, it was a different show, and it would sort of lead into Steve. But yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Then they stopped paying people money. Da, 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 da. Hey, let's start the podcast. Speaking of not making money, welcome to the podcast, everyone. I'm Alex, at TSB Pod on X. King.
It's on Twitter.
at Geromney.
Jesus.
Everybody else is
Don't-
saying X now, man.
No, no one is calling it X.
Everybody else is.
I don't believe you.
All right. Geromney.
Maybe the tweets that you see about the random Twitter users that they found a loophole so you can't block ads now. They just have 5,000 people send the same ad, so you can only block one instead of 5,000. Those are the people calling it X.
All right, fair enough. Because they have to.
Because they have to.
At TSB Pod is me. I don't really use it. At Geromney is King. At TSB Ski is Ski. We are on Twitch right now. If you missed it and are just listening to the podcast, you can check us out next week if you want to on Thursday at around 7:30. Twitch.tv/abrog87 ABRAWG87. You can watch us on there. And what is it again? It's not subscribing. It's following. So follow it. We still need more followers to be able to monetize this shit. So do that. Why not? Couldn't hurt. Also on YouTube, search Sports Brewery on YouTube, all that good shit. So I'd like to bring up first Ski's relationship with USC right now. How are you feeling about USC? So we are on the heels of USC hammering Louisville in football and Oregon beating USC right now in basketball.
I think it just shows everyone that Caleb Williams is a fraud, right? I mean, Moses Moss comes out here, fucking Dan Marino 2.0, throwing 6 tuds?
Textbook case of fraud. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but can't spell cancer without the C and Caleb.
But what I failed to mention is you can also join our Discord, Sports Brewery in the Discord, and Ski in there was talking about hammering the over and USC and Louisville just destroying USC, and that was not the case. So how you doing, man? How you doing?
Went 1-2 on that. Okay. Total went way over because SC scored effortlessly, but Louisville did not win, and they did not. They broke the streak of SC giving up 33 points or more in 8 straight games. So 1 and 2 in those bets.
I got to be honest, man. I was with you. Everybody in the Discord was with you. It's like, yes, there's no way USC is going to win this game. And they won by a lot because Louisville is also bad. So.
Not good. As have we seen the ACC, not good.
Not a good. I heard Cowherd talking about how USC is going to contend for the playoff next year because they beat Louisville in a bowl game. So there you go. That is, if you need to hear anything else about USC and the media's relationship with USC, that's it right there. Dog shit season with one of the best college quarterbacks in the last decade. Dog shit season, and they are still contenders for the college football playoff next year. All right.
I mean, are they assuming that Moses is going to be the starting QB, or are they bringing in? Do they get someone from the portal?
They're looking at Will Howard. They're looking at Will Howard from Kansas State.
All right. K-State.
Which I don't understand because I don't think Will Howard's very good. But what do I know?
They had any good defensive players in recruiting or the portal?
Lincoln Riley. No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, maybe that answers our question, huh? They're gonna be bad, but they're gonna be better than most of the Big Ten teams. I think we can say that. So,
see, I'm actually looking forward to seeing. It's the immovable object against the unstoppable force. Who's gonna win of a team that's offense is so bad against a defense that can't stop anything? What's gonna give? Something's got to give, right?
Yeah, so we're talking Iowa USC.
Iowa USC.
Well,
yes, exactly.
They do play next year, right? Do we know that?
I do not know SC's schedule.
Yeah, we should look that up. Somebody in the chat look that up for us, like USC's schedule next year, because I want that match. Like the world needs that matchup. Ugh.
They do not.
They don't. Damn it.
I mean, there's multiple other terrible offense teams in the Big Ten.
Life is about delayed gratification sometimes, man. So we'll get it in a few years. Whatever. It'll be okay. You guys watching bowls?
Some are very bad. Some are good.
Just like the outgoing Pac schools. Watching them, I don't know. I have a hard time caring. I don't know. It's
currently you got Arizona, Oklahoma currently on.
My Cats. I've been clocking the score for my Cats. So,
is it still 14-13 Sooners?
It is at halftime. It is 14-13 Sooners.
It is.
Yeah.
Cats,
and they're
Cats out to a hot start, and then Oklahoma's Oklahoma, man.
Well, this is their what SC was doing, where you start a guy that you're thinking is going to be your future and see how he looks. They're starting that kid that they let Gabriel walk for and throwing a couple picks. And I mean, he's a fucking guy making his first start. What do you expect?
Yeah, 14-13. Noah Fafita. Like a crap ton of yards, but just the one touchdown. So sounds like my boy Purdy the other day. That was a bad football weekend for you and I, King. That was
it's terrible.
My team could be leading the division if they won on Sunday.
Yeah,
because Jags are frauds. But nope, they lost and not leading the division.
Speaking of frauds, I mean, both Mahomes and Purdy equal quarterbacks, basically. I think we can say now, right?
Fraudulent, both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, would you guys not want Joe Flacco on your team right now?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question. Did Juju Smith-Schuster elevate Patrick Mahomes? Did he set his legacy? I'm just asking. People are asking.
Or has Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore dropped his legacy down so much?
Sky Moore. I'm so glad
did they cut him?
He's on the IR.
IR. Yeah.
He's not even hurt. We're just like,
no.
You can just leave.
I think the most
that before we get to your Niners, that Raiders Chiefs game may have been like one of the worst offensive games like in the last 10 years.
Like ugliest, or
because no one could hold on to the ball in the first half. Neither team. Neither quarterback, neither running back, neither receivers. No one could hold on to the ball. And both defensive lines were caving in the other team's offensive lines. Okay. You can't... When Max Crosby kills your line, you can't get upset. When Chris Jones does it, you can't be upset. The Raiders didn't complete a pass after the first quarter. They were like 0 for 11.
Hey, Pat, Trav. Hey, make a play. Like a play. Like to score a touchdown.
What I didn't get was the first like 3 possessions for Kansas City and like the first 2 or 3 for the Raiders too. It was like the ball was greased. And then the Chiefs get the ball like they're 11 and they're like, "Hey, let's run like the read option fumble." Okay, they return it for a touchdown. Okay. You're going to settle down. Just run the ball, whatever. And Mahomes throws. That was an awful pick.
Oh,
like
that pick.
When he threw it, I was like, "Oh shit. You lofted a ball from one hash mark to the other sideline, and it totally deserved to be a pick six." What a shitty pass.
As a guy who doesn't give a fuck about either team, that was so nasty when he stared down Mahomes running into the end zone. I was like, Jesus, man. You play for the Raiders, right? Like, you can't have that much swagger making a play when you're playing for the Raiders. But boy, like, staring down Mahomes when you're running into the end zone with the ball is a move. I
mean, you bring up that you say this might be like the worst offensive game of the year. Was it 3 weeks ago? They lost 3-0 to the Vikings.
Yeah, but that was just boring punt fest. This was like slop and people kicking the ball up in the air and dropping it, and it was just the second half was a little better on both sides, but holy shit. Like, there was a point in the beginning of the fourth quarter, I think it may have been at that point 17-7, and it was like, hey, the Chiefs have 334 yards of offense and look like shit. And the Raiders have 122, and they're up 10, and this lead is insurmountable.
Yeah,
and I'm just sitting on the couch on Christmas Day like, I mean, they're not scoring twice on offense. They're just not.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, at that point, how are they scoring?
They weren't.
Pacheco, well, how could they have scored? Like a Pacheco in the flat scored. You can't see
his own lineman kicked him in the head, and he was out with a concussion.
Yeah,
that was an insane, and it almost that kind of game was coming, if that makes sense, because the Chiefs' problems with their receivers, who are abject trash, like they're just maybe the worst group in the league,
without question,
bottom 5 for sure, whatever. And then they had a backup rookie tackle in trying to control Max Crosby, and he got his shit kicked in. That's fine, whatever. But it was such a weird game, because even like the Chiefs would throw a screen and the Raiders did not give a fuck about anyone running behind him. They would just, Mahomes is lucky he didn't have like 2 more picks on screens, because he threw it so fast.
Jumping every route.
His head, but he was right there reading it. It was, oh my God.
I mean, if he did throw a couple more, he would have been just like Purdy. So would have worked out net.
You know, the thing I hate the most about the Purdy thing is that it is proving Cam Newton right.
Oh, fuck Cam Newton. He's a hater, man. No, Cam Newton's a hater.
Let me rephrase that. Cam Newton, it's leading Cam Newton to believe that he is right. He is not right. I think anybody who watched that game, yes, the first interception was fucking terrible. It's probably the worst pass Purdy's thrown all season long. Didn't see the safety at all. Threw it right to him. By the way, that safety's really, really good. The other one, I mean, you have...
There was a back-to-back tips after that, I think.
Tipped, and then his arm got hit on the other one. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, those don't always get intercepted. And but the offense and Purdy, they were moving the ball at will against Baltimore. Baltimore could not stop their offense. They just kept making these I'm not going to call them fluky plays, because the one where he blitzed from the side, jumped up and tipped it, that's a nasty play. The play where they hit Purdy's arm, it was exactly like the Eagles play last year, man. Like, Niners fans had like PTSD seeing that happen, but then, you know, that's you get pressure, you hit the quarterback's arm, that's on you, man. Like, you did great. But it's not on Purdy.
He's got his stinger now, of course.
He does.
Gets stung.
That was what we thought was a concussion from the week before. Yeah, where he missed like 3 plays or whatever.
My only knock on Purdy is he's just not the quarterback that's gonna come back and win you games really from multiple scores down like that. Well, you know, if those tips.
You saw the stat for Shanahan. No quarterback has ever done that for him.
No one does.
That's an incredible stat. That's an incredible stat, by the way. Like,
it is.
0-38 when trailing by 8+ in the fourth quarter is an incredible stat.
Just 8. Yeah,
8.
That is a crazy
it's
stat.
A 1-score game.
Yeah, I saw somebody else post something too where it's like, yes, that's horrible, but there are other teams who have like 1 win. And there are other teams who have like 2 wins. So it's not like
but those teams are fucking bad. They're not, Super Bowl favorite, MVP favorite teams. So
one would think with all the weapons that the 49ers have and the defense, by the way, that they could come back and win a game in the fourth quarter. Just hasn't happened. Well, I mean, who's their quarterback for most of the time under Shanahan?
Oh, it was Jimmy G and
Nick
like, Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah, like I
Who
mean,
just-
Yeah, I mean it's a
nobody-
little bit of a deceiving stat, but it's still
it's an impressive one, and you can't argue results, I guess. So,
But I mean, you walked away from that game still feeling absolutely fine,
Oh.
right?
Hey, that was
so-
an NFL game where you just ran into a buzzsaw and things didn't go your way.
No,
So that wasn't
1,000%. As an NFL fan who has watched the NFL a long time, your team fucking loses games they shouldn't lose, and shit happens in the NFL where your team's gonna lose. My problem was it was Christmas night. My whole family is sitting around after Christmas. It's like, hey, we got the Niner game to look forward to. Let's eat some cookies, eat some dinner. You know how it is. We all sit down and just watch them shit the bed. The game wasn't really close. Like the Ravens, the Ravens pretty much dominated the whole time.
It was crazy though. It came out. They get the safe. They're up 5-0. It's like, oh, here comes the steamroll. And then
we were talking.
It wasn't
we were talking
McCaffrey
baseball
touchdown, like,
scores.
post-effort?
We were talking scorigamis. Like it was
Yeah.
like 5-3 there for a while.
Yeah. Then the onslaught hit.
All hell
But I mean,
broke loose, yeah.
in my eyes, King, you might be a little worried right now about the Chiefs going to the playoffs. That's the bigger thing in my eyes. Yeah.
So here's my thing.
Real quick. The difference is this is a trend. Like the Chiefs is a trend.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
been
see, that's
happening
just
all,
one of them.
it's been happening all
It's
season
just
long.
just the thing.
Purdy's 4 interceptions is an outlier. So
Yeah, it's an anomaly. Yeah. No, so like with the Chiefs, so they had it was trying to remember it sequentially at this point. I feel it was like MVS drops what would have been probably a game-winning bomb against the Packers or against the Eagles. MVS gets mauled at the 4-yard line. Should have been pass interference. I don't think the Chiefs get the 2-point conversion because I don't trust their wide receivers. Okay, and then the Bills game happens where they score, but Tony's a dipshit and is lined offsides. So it was 3 straight weeks of like, fuck. And they go to Foxborough and they played like shit. They won, and Tony had a dick hands. It went through his hand. Patriots get a pick late, score, whatever. So the Chiefs had a clunker like this coming, and it's the first time where, and I could see it building. I didn't know when it would happen. I knew it would happen in the last 3 games, where you watch Kelsey and Mahomes. And they're both of them, there's plenty of clips of them yelling at people to get fired up. It's looking different. They know, like, when they close in on their eyes, they know that not them, Kelsey's taking a step back.
Everyone else.
He gets beat up on every play because they don't have to guard anyone else. They're just banging him. But they both know this team does not have it on offense. It's probably a top 4 defense, but it's 2023, so you can't win alone with the top 4 or 5 defense. The offense is just so bad. It's so bad where when Jerick McKinnon goes on the IR like he did this week, it's like, well, holy fuck.
We're fucked.
We're fucked because his just 42 yards of offense is so important. And granted, I say that as Clyde Edwards-Helaire had like a 42-yard, but when you watched him lumber for it, he stinks. He stinks. The Chiefs.
Austin Eckler in 2 more years here.
It's I think the Chiefs will win their first playoff game at home. They'll go on the road, and if they play the Bills, it's Josh Allen. They might win, but. Yeah, I am at peace with this year being shit, and I feel like one of the, this is, I don't know, it sounds bad. One of the worst things to happen to the Chiefs was them going, shit, we just won the Super Bowl with Juju Smith-Schuster as our best wide receiver. Let's run it back. Let's get rid of him and run it back. You can't.
Oh, it's the wake-up call. Like, all right, we're going to need to bring in actual players on offense.
Yeah, and like if they had spent money on DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, not that I'm studying Titans games, but would be much better than what they have.
He's really good.
Yes, and they don't even test the water. Where there's OBJ, DeAndre Hopkins, and Eagles fans, which I still want to be like, you're just a year removed from blaming the grass on losing to Andy Reid. So why are you banging on Andy Reid? And they're like, well, when he was a coach of us, we had shit receivers outside of T.O. That's just his thing. It's like, let's wait a year because you guys were blaming grass on why you lost to Andy Reid last year in the Super Bowl. But yeah, so I don't have really much faith in them doing shit. It is what it is. And they made the Super Bowl 3 out of 4 years. They won 2 of them. They probably should have gone to all 4 Super Bowls. You can make a case they should be going to 5 straight Super Bowls. So if their worst year is going 11-5 or whatever and losing in the divisional round, I mean, how obnoxious am I to be like, well, fire everyone?
Cool thing is, outside of wide receivers, your team makes really good personnel decisions.
That's just the receivers.
And you do have Mahomes as your quarterback, and you do have Andy Reid as your head coach. So I think once you figure out the wide receiver thing, you're going to be okay.
That's the worst part of it because they've been going to Super Bowls and winning Super Bowls with A, not a great defense, and then B, a terrible offensive line. And now all of a sudden, a top 5 defense and an okay offense, a much better offensive line, and it's like, how good could this team have been for those 4-year run if they had this defense with that offense?
Oh, man. Yeah.
And now it's like you start trading one for the other and trying to bank on Mahomes being able to work magic with fucking trash, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's just the NFL. Like, it's Tom Brady went 10 years without winning a Super Bowl in the middle of his career, like in his physical prime. So the NFL is very hard. It's not college where talent acquisition is just a replaceable thing every single year. It's hard. And like I said, I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. Like, I don't find this team enjoyable to watch at all. From like literally game 1, it's been rough as hell. But you get one game breaker next year, and it all changes.
That Sky Moore draft is kind of hurts.
Sky Moore is like Kadarius Toney catches all the shit because his mistakes are big. Sky Moore just doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's
like he just doesn't exist. Like I said, like they made up an injury to put him on IR.
He's not even that Quentin Johnson for the Chargers, like dropping balls. He's just not getting passes thrown to him because he's that bad.
Yeah, and I, like I've said before, I never understood that pick. You watch his college highlights from Western Michigan, they're not that exciting. Anyway.
Yeah, for wide receivers in the late part of the first round, like, really don't tend to work out that often. It's, the Niners have historically done that a lot. It worked with Ayuk, who, by the way, is about to be a free agent. So if you're looking for somebody, he's gonna want a lot of money. So
the thing about Ayuk is, at least he, again, he looks great in pads. Sky Moore, you're like, it's just he's 5'9" and kind of fast.
That's the problem. He's not Tyreek level speed at
Ayuk is a cool story, at least. I mean, he started out like his rookie year. He got benched because he wouldn't block anybody, and he responded to that by learning how to block. Started running really good routes. He's like arguably the best route runner in the NFL, and he is open all the fucking time because he's so good at like just making defenders look terrible. So,
and shout out to Ayuk for keeping Oregon out of the number 4 spot in the 2020 CFP, so they didn't give up 75 to LSU and could actually win a Rose Bowl against Wisconsin.
Appreciate it.
Big up, Brandon.
Appreciate you.
Hey, you guys, I guess you guys could be looking at maybe Troy Franklin late first round if you want to go after another receiver here.
I've seen that mocked.
Yeah.
That was Jaden Daniels. Was he their quarterback?
He was.
Yeah, he was.
Jaden Daniels to Brandon Ayuk to beat Justin Herbert in like at Arizona State.
Yeah, mid November. Yeah, late November actually.
Good times.
Yeah.
Oh, my cats.
Speaking of Mario Cristobal,
My cats,
good job.
What are you doing? Sorry.
Good job in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. His record over 2 years in Miami, I believe, is now 12-13.
Correct.
So, big ups to Mario. Big ups to Miami for.
I mean, let me look here. Yeah, it looks like one of us picked Mario to win that game here. I wonder which one of the three of us decided Mario was actually going to win a bowl game.
Guys, I am on a fucking downslide during these bowl weeks. Like,
there's life now, fellas. Me and King are back in the game here.
We're back.
It is not going well for your boy.
What? That's what you get. That's what you get for going against the fucking Fighting Shianos in fucking Yankee Stadium. That wasn't 0% chance he was winning.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. You want to just go into lines right now?
Yeah, we got a lot here. We got the final 10 games we're picking here.
All right, let's do it. Then we can talk about the other stuff after. I mean, guys, Oregon got a kicker in the portal.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right.
So lines.
All right.
Lines. So we all have this current game going. We all picked Arizona. You and King both star picked Arizona in this game. We're currently down 8. So there might be no blood for this.
What was the spread?
Zona minus... by 2.5. Okay. 2.5 Zona. So we had 4 games. Braga went 0-4 in the 4 bowl games. King was 2-2, and I was 3-1 with a star pick. So King's only 4 back with 10 left here, and I am 7 back with 10 left. So
it's possible.
You can hear me coming.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do you hear footsteps yet?
Footsteps Falco over here.
I always feel like
somebody's watching
me
in a fantasy. Or a pick league, whatever.
You can't whisper that song. Come on. What are we doing?
No. All right. Well, you brought up the Beaver kicker, so we'll start. First game is the Sun Bowl. Beavs 6.5-point underdogs to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Come on.
Yes, Notre Dame.
Star pick, actually.
Martinez is not playing in that game?
He is not playing.
So I believe it is.
Gilbertson?
Is it Goldbranson?
Yep, it's Ben Goldbranson, 1-0 against the Ducks, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan Lanning on that one.
The other end is Notre Dame's not playing anyone either. But are there scrubs that didn't play? Are they better than the Beavers scrubs that didn't play? And no coach.
I mean, it's interesting because, a scrub is just a guy who thinks he's fly. And they're also known as a busta.
Busta. I got a question. Were they known as a busta as well in the 90s? I don't remember scrubs being called bustas. I thought,
consider yourself lucky. You didn't know a lot of scrubs.
All I know is I don't want one. Yeah.
No one wants one. I'm going to take Notre Dame as well.
A scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat on the passenger side of your best friend's ride?
Try to holler? Yeah, man.
All right, let's see. Next game here, we got... Oh, which one? We got the Cotton Bowl. We got Missouri. They are, 4.5-point underdogs against the Ohio State.
Are they underdogs? I thought they were faves.
I had Ohio State 4.5-point favorites.
Wow. Okay. I'm not.
Wow.
And the question, is who's? I don't fully know who's out for Ohio State. I'm guessing Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably not playing. Do they have who's their quarterback? I guess
Devin Brown is their quarterback.
That's a person. All right, that's a person.
I thought isn't that a magician? I think I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. I'm going Ohio State because Marvin Harrison has opted out and Kyle McCord has transferred. Everyone else is playing, which is bizarre. Oregon and Ohio State are like weird anomalies on that front.
It is weird, right? Yeah. Like Popo Amavao is opting out, but Brandon Dorless is playing. Like what? Huh?
And just a quick aside, like this isn't a rant, not a rant, but a point against people opting out or not opting out. I think it's weird how literally you can opt out the day of the game. There's no parameters to it. We're like, these guys are traveling, and like on Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. has not officially opted out. He's just not practicing. So we know he's not. It's just bizarre.
Yeah. Betters need a statement, you know? Betters need an Instagram post.
Yeah, betters do not like the portal rules currently because of this reason. You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
You know.
Better.
I guess I am with you as well, King. I think they're just better. They just got better players.
Like us.
OHIO.
I liked us hopping on the radio edit too, by the way, with that song. I'm also going Ohio State.
Well,
my early lean on this was Mizzou until like a day ago. I was like, shit, everyone for Ohio State is kind of opted in. They kind of care.
Booble asks, is the Cotton Bowl a racist bowl name?
It's just a Hanes t-shirt.
To touch the feel of cotton, it's the fabric of our lives. So I would say no.
Yeah, I'm no as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad we had this conversation. Yeah.
Let's bring this up. How racist is the Peach Bowl, right? Is the Peach Bowl racist now too?
No.
All right, good. So Peach Bowl, we got, Ole Miss and Penn State. Penn State 4.5-point favorites against Ole Miss.
I don't know. We're gonna millions of people, peaches for me. Millions of people, peaches for free.
All right. We're gonna have to let Braga. You're gonna have to start picking first again here since we're trailing.
My Cats just run what did they just get a pick? What happened? Pick six? That just happened.
First and goal. Yeah, first and goal.
All right. What happened? What'd you ask me?
You're picking first here. We're trailing. You're starting.
I was just thinking that after the last one. I was like, all right, we're picking the same. I'm definitely picking Ohio State because you both did. Oh, his knees down. That's not a fumble. All right. I would like to pick Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Well, I'm picking Penn State just to try to catch some points, even though I don't think Penn State's very good.
Penn State is not great. James Franklin, though, takes New Year's Six Bowls very seriously. Lost a barn burner in the Rose Bowl to Sam Darnold. Beat Chris Peterson and starting Cincinnati quarterback Jake Browning in the Fiesta Bowl. He won a Rose Bowl last year against Utah. He's won a Cotton Bowl, I believe, as well. Yeah, give me Penn State.
Oh, yeah.
He'll never win in the regular. He'll lose the two important games in the regular season. Shit, that sounds familiar. Fuck.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Oh, God damn it. But he'll win. He'll win in January.
By the way, Ole Miss in the Peach Bowl, is that racist? Because
Ole Miss is just racist.
Okay, all right. So sorry, Booble. Booble shouted out that we just solved systemic racism again. Mission accomplished, but
we just keep doing it, hang the banner.
Yeah, so it was gone, but now it's back because Ole Miss. So sorry.
Yeah, it came back with the Tide. We just threw it back.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right, next we got the big exciting Music City Bowl. Auburn, they are 6.5-point favorites against Maryland.
Oh, give me Maryland. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Back.
Oh shit! They don't have
Is
Talia.
Tagovailoa not playing?
Yeah, he opted out. Yeah, I guess give me Abi. I think I kind of spoiled that one for everyone. Shit.
He opted out to do what?
Yeah, do you really want to know?
I do.
He's trying to transfer.
Okay.
To be a 7th-year player, and there is literally no avenue for him to get a 7th year. But his family, like literally, Tua talked about it on the podium in Miami like 2 weeks ago. They think they can find an avenue. There's no avenue. But that's why he opted out, just to try and find one.
Wow, that sucks. He's gonna miss his last chance at playing college football because of that. Wow.
Yeah.
That blows. So
my only question with this is Auburn's quarterback out. So does that mean is Robbie Ashford starting this game?
Matter? they're all the same.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at one other play. One guy has thrown 10 passes for Maryland, other than Tonga Bailoa. So I'm probably gonna let you go first, but I know where I'm going.
Oh no, you go right ahead. Go for it.
I'm taking Auburn. I can't trust a guy that's thrown 10 passes.
Let's see who's closer to me right now. I'm also taking Auburn. Yeah. 6.5. I don't necessarily like though, but yeah. I picked. Are you taking Auburn, King? Is that
I'm all Auburn.
All right. Next, we're getting to good game. We got the Orange Bowl. Georgia's 19.5-point favorites against Florida State. Braga, you pick first. I mean, I can't believe what I'm going to have to say here eventually.
Here's a question. Here's a question for you, Ski. Why are we picking this game?
Because it's one of the big games.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a?
I mean, it's number 6. It's number 5. What more do you want?
Is there a Pac-12 school in this one or a Big Ten?
It's undefeated against one loss team. It's
okay.
Monster bowl game. I mean, come on.
All right. Okay. Huh. I see what's happening here.
Monster bowl game.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Huge. Yeah. People are saying huge ball game.
All right, I'm just going to start it because I know where you're going. I'll take Florida State with like 15 players playing in it. I don't want to.
Georgia.
That's why I'm picking Florida State.
Yeah, Georgia, for sure.
Georgia's going to win by 50.
I mean, I guess I have to pick Florida State just to play the game. Even though they're playing a third-string quarterback. Both their good all 3 of their receivers are out. Their starting running back is out. Both of their ends are out. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a fun
game. I will be shocked if Florida State scores a touchdown.
Yeah, shocked. I'm kind of with you.
All right, well, since we brought it up here, Braga, how about a Big Ten team for you? How about the ReliaQuest Bowl?
Oh, I love the
We got Wisconsin. Bowl. Wisconsin is 10.5-point underdogs against LSU.
The Goodgers.
I get it. Is Daniels playing?
Ooh, I know the answer.
Wouldn't you like to know? All right, I'm gonna Google it then. Fuck you guys.
Oh, that's cheating.
I don't care if we have dead air. Screw it.
That's cheating, Phil.
I don't know if I
he's
think
not
Daniels
playing. He's not playing.
I thought did they say he's out?
His whole season was an exhibition season. They were down 30 on Labor Day weekend, and they lost 3 games. He's not playing another exhibition season. Fraudulent Heisman. Jaden Daniels, you're a bum. He threw for 200 yards in the fourth quarter against Florida State and 2 touchdowns when you were down 30. You're a bum. I'm glad you're sitting out. I don't want to see you.
Yes, he opted out. I am picking LSU anyways.
Oh, you're back in that Garrett Nussmeier.
Obviously.
Big Garrett Nussmeier. Fuck you. I'm back in the Big Ten. Give me whiskey.
My boy Nussmeier.
I'm going LSU because I know who Garrett Nussmeier is. I don't know who Wisconsin's backup quarterback is.
Oh, is Mordecai not playing?
I'm pretty sure Tanner Mordecai opted out. Why the hell would Tanner Mordecai opt out?
He had 6 passing touchdowns on the year.
He's not good.
Well, you should like this other guy, Braden Lockey, who I guess is the back. He has 5. So maybe he's better than Tanner Mordecai.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dude, don't say Lockey on this podcast. Come on.
Could be Locke, I guess. All right. Here's my favorite bowl of them all. Citrus Bowl, Iowa. 6.5-point underdogs against Tennessee. I already know where I want to go.
Go for it.
You go first, coward.
I'm chasing by 9 points.
Yeah, no, Alex, go first, you coward.
Coward!
Howard.
Tennessee.
Give me fucking Iowa. They're going to
Give me
win
the
this game outright.
Give me the Hawkeyes. They're going to flummox. Not just fluster. They're going to flummox. Nico Yamalevia.
Yeah, Tennessee's not going to score any points, are they?
Iowa.
Well, the problem is Iowa's not going to score anything.
No, legitimately, it's going to be like 3-0.
Yes, that really sounds familiar. Yeah.
Surprisingly, this total is at 35.
Whoa!
That's crazy. That's
Crazy.
insane.
35 points in this game? Crazy. All right, now we're on to the big ones. Rose Bowl, Bama, Michigan. Pick 'em. Who you got?
Michigan.
Roll, Tide, roll.
Hate Michigan so much. And this Bama sneaks in their destiny to get to the championship game. It's in the cards. It's in the script. NCAA script has them in the championship game against Texas, 3.5-point favorites against Washington in the Sugar Bowl. Well,
I got Washington.
God, see, I would take Washington as well, especially with the 3.5, but I guess I'm taking Texas.
Yeah, I got to take Texas. I'm chasing, but I think Washington.
I think that might be, looking at all these games, I think that's the best bet of all these games we've gotten over.
God, we're in hell, man.
I know.
You guys, we just picked
Washington's going to win the whole fucking thing. This fucking sucks, man.
And by the way, for you guys coming back, like we just picked so many fucking games. Like I have not gotten a bowl game right.
I know, that's why we're live.
I'm saying, like, continue to go against me. You're doing great.
All right, last game, Fiesta Bowl. Ducks 16.5-point favorites against Liberty.
Yeah, Oregon.
Oregon is going to beat the shit out of
Star pick Oregon.
Yeah, Boo. Yeah.
Give me Liberty.
You'll get death.
You can have them. Yep.
Treading on you.
Yes.
Hey, they're the number 5 scoring offense in the country against 6'1", 250-pound D lineman.
Yeah.
Good stat, Lauren Boebert. Thank you for that.
And I am star picking Alabama. So we're done. That's the last of the picks, and unless we pick the championship game, if one of us is down by one.
That's it. We let them lie. Let's go, boys.
I love how Oregon is playing the New Year's Six game. We just gave it 7 seconds of attention.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't care about it.
Like, I'm so fucking mad about that. Like, take away the Pac-12 championship. How in the world did they not just... And I know they have some ways they do this shit, but how did they not give Oregon Ohio State? Or give Ohio State Oregon, you know what I mean? And make the Cotton Bowl just some bullshit game with Liberty and Mizzou.
I mean, it would have sucked, but how about you go undefeated Florida State against undefeated Liberty in a bowl, and then Ducks against Georgia? I mean,
just
it would have
anything. It was such a bad luck of the draw, because I'm sure you guys have seen the thing on how they picked the bowl games this year. Just brutal. Alabama winning that game against Georgia just fucked everything. Just screwed everything up. Ugh. So mad.
Oregon also probably shouldn't have lost to Washington.
No, no, they shouldn't have, but they did. So I would be excited if they were playing Ohio State, whether it's Fiesta Bowl or the Cotton Bowl, whatever it is.
Always, yeah.
But and I think Ohio State fans, who are way more spoiled than we are by multitudes, would be way more excited about playing Oregon than Mizzou, even though Mizzou's ranked like number 9 or whatever.
Yeah, they're 9.
It's not the same thing. It just fucking sucks, man.
Speaking of sucks, my Cats. Come on, man. Score some points. 24 unanswered for Oklahoma.
starting to run away with it here. Maybe we don't want Dylan Gabriel if this kid.
Well, like I said, I'm not that high on Dylan Gabriel.
That's why they weren't.
That's why they pushed him out for a true freshman.
Let him walk.
He's going to roll out of bed and throw 35 touchdowns, 4,000 yards, but they're going to need 42 and 4,700. I'm just saying.
Yeah, is that really enough? No.
Nope.
No. Of course not.
No.
Our Big Ten brethren, 3-0 in bowl games so far. God, what a great conference we're joining.
B-I-G, 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 B-I-G.
Oh, the Fita. Shit.
Yeah, he just got his ass handed to him. This game's not going the way of the Cats. All right, cool, whatever.
No.
So Oregon got a kicker. Are we excited?
No.
Kicker from Oregon State?
No, he's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, his the info on him is automatic within 45. Yeah. Can't kick further than 45. Cool.
All right. So just kick 45 then. All right.
Cool. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I mean, the only excitement, is that Cam is no longer kicking.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they brought in.
I mean, what?
Even though
we remember him in the bowl game last year. What bowl game performance are we going to get from Cam Lewis this year? That's what I want to know. He nearly fucked up that amazing ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, didn't they just get like somehow a 6-star kicker freshman coming in?
Sure.
They did.
I
do have a lot.
He's a puncher. He's a punter though, right? I thought he was a punter.
Is that the punter? That's a 6-star.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Punters and kickers are rated differently, as we know.
Like clearly, yeah.
Because every kicker Oregon has ever recruited gets rated by these independent kicking school and teacher things, and they're like the best kicker you've ever heard of in your life. And then they come to Oregon and they don't.
Is it still the Sailor Kicking Academy? Is that still
like
a
Chris
thing?
Sailor, was that it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That guy's full of shit. I'll say it. This will be the podcast to finally say it. The Chris Sailor Kicking Academy is full of shit. There.
Yes, it's just parents who have enough money to send their kids to his camp. Let's just be real. Yep. That's just
rich white kids who like to kick footballs.
He holds his camp.
Yeah.
In Escondido, California. Like, it's very expensive to get there. The lodging's expensive. So there's some kid in Buffalo, New York, who's really good, but his parents look at it or work at rust mills and they can't send him to San Diego. If they could, he'd be a 5-star, but they can't.
6-star.
That dude
gets
even
a 7-star.
That dude gets rich white kid scholarships. That's what he does.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because these kids would not be heard of if they didn't go to his academy and get rated really high by him, just because they went to his academy.
He's like a tennis instructor, basically.
Yep. We're on to you, man. We're on to you, and now we're telling the world, and now the world is on to you, because we are the world's podcast. So Atticus Sappington will be Oregon's kicker.
It's a great name. It's a great name, at least.
I'm into it. Yeah, it's cool. All right. Let's see. Anything else to talk about before we do our list?
Blazers beat USC tonight on the hardwood at Matthew Knight Arena. Or the Ducks.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, while we were recording, 82-74, Oregon finishes off USC. So.
Speaking of the Blazers, though,
real quick, Oregon 9-3.
Yeah, whatever.
With all the injuries, to be 9-3 is good.
It's not. But okay, they lost by 20 to Syracuse and lost to Santa Clara. So, okay, all right, Homer. So
no, what I am is somebody who doesn't watch Oregon basketball.
You don't watch sports.
In season 9-3 record.
I'm surprised you even know they're playing.
Yeah. Sports podcast. Let's go.
Sports. So the Blazers tonight, I believe, were 4-point favorites when the whole thing was settled. I don't know the score. Don't watch.
They're down 13 in the third.
Okay. All right. Do you know how many times this year before tonight they had been favored?
Twice.
And they are 0-2. And they're about to be 0-3. They'll be favored tomorrow against the Spurs, though. And they'll probably win because Wembanyama's not going to play tomorrow. So
yeah, they're bad. They're bad.
They're really bad. I'm glad I don't watch them. I don't care. Do you watch them still, Ski?
I'll throw on. I will not watch a full game. I'll throw it on to see some things. Like Scoots looked okay now the last week, 2 weeks now, so that's promising.
Is he still looking like Chris Sabo?
Yeah, he still has been rocking the goggles last I saw. So I respect that.
So he looks like Jose Rijo throwing on Chris Sabo's goggles.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, fair enough. Shout out to late 90s, late 80s, early 90s Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
I can't believe you asked him that question. I mean, we've established that he is a Root Sports premium guy over here.
I know.
Root Sports Plus.
Excuse
me. Yes.
See, normals like us, we don't even know what it's called, and you're out here.
How are the Kraken doing on the blue line this year?
Oh,
since you have Root Plus.
Oh, the Kraken are not great on the fucking power play this year, so
not a lot of wristers.
No, getting fucking blue line to blue line just ain't there.
The wristers aren't wicked; they're perfectly normal wristers. So
not a lot of biscuits in the basket.
No,
that's too bad.
That's a shame. Speaking of that, R.I.P. Eugene Weekly.
Oh, is that dead now?
Yeah. Did you hear the story? It's kind of fucked up. So they right before Christmas they had to fire everybody and let everybody go because there's somebody embezzled a shit ton of money from them. And so they literally don't have any money and they couldn't afford to pay people or pay the printers to print the paper. And so they're dead basically.
It's gone.
So,
it's just gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Huh? Yes. I totally missed that.
So I guess what the writers and the art people have been going in and just doing it for free. And they can send it to the printer without having to pay the big people to do it or something. I don't know. I don't know how it really works, but they're doing that while the people are investigating the embezzlement to try to find out where the money went, essentially.
Man,
so.
It's not to sound like the oldest person in the world.
Yeah.
But it is amazing post-COVID what has happened to Eugene Springfield Metro news. The Register Guard doesn't exist. Yeah. Eugene Weekly, our alt weekly apparently doesn't exist.
Yeah, the
sports radio doesn't do pregame shows. It's all very bizarre.
The free newspaper no longer exists, and that's just
insane.
Wild.
Yeah.
I have a valid question here. How much could you have possibly embezzled from Eugene Weekly? $2,500?
I mean, enough apparently.
$5,000. So that guy. What was it? Was it for the Titans? The guy that embezzled $17 million from an NFL team?
Oh, the guy to gamble and shit?
Yeah. And buy watches and cars. It's there's some real embezzling. I don't even know if you're paying rent with embezzling from Eugene Weekly.
Not in this town.
It's a shitty thing to do. I think we can say that. The free newspaper that is made by just local people who don't really give a shit. Clearly they don't give a shit about making money doing it. They probably don't make enough for it to be their job anyways. So shitty.
How are we going to know who's performing out the Wow Hall now?
Exactly.
Is the question.
Yeah. How are we going to get our concert calendar?
I'm going to miss the I missed you. To the person, to the woman with hazel eyes and the Weezer keychain.
I talked to you for 3 minutes waiting in line for the bathroom.
Absolutely. A market of choice. Care to meet again over an apple fritter?
God, that is one of the most amazing phenomenons in human history is meeting somebody, writing that story to a newspaper and then hoping the person sees the newspaper and knows what the fuck you and by the way, then they would have to reach out to the newspaper to find out your contact information, which by the way they probably don't even keep or give a shit about. Wild.
No, not at all.
Wild.
I'll miss the Dan Savage column. I'll say that.
I bet they're almost all made up.
Do you think there's a fiction writer on staff who just comes up with those?
It's filler, yeah. And King, you could have had a job at Eugene we'd be writing the missed column.
You be a natural. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Wow, what a job that would be.
You brush against my hand at Allen Brothers when we were getting a chai.
First of all, it's Alon Brothers.
It's
Alon Brothers.
You'd have to put like the accent above it.
And they've been out of business for like 10 years now. What is?
Yeah.
No, not that long, but
Crazy a coffee place could go under in this day and age. It's wild.
instead of being a lawn, they should have been all in.
Agreed. Got to go whole ass, not half ass. Come on, boys. So yeah, R.I.P. Eugene Weekly, I guess. So bummer. Let's do our list. Speaking of R.I.P., so our list is as we mentioned earlier, Mario lost the Pinstripe Bowl. Mario Cristobal and Miami lost the Pinstripe Bowl to the Fighting Chianos. And so our list suggestion from what is his Discord name? Fat Kid Deals. What is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find it. It is.
Is it just Nate
It
FKD?
is. It's Nathan FKD in our Discord. So get in our
very
Discord.
tricky.
Nathan FKD in our Discord. He also gave us his top 3 in there, so I'll sort of go through them. But his top 3 list is top 3 non-football jobs for Mario Cristobal when he eventually gets fired from Miami. So again, 12-13 overall with Miami. 7-6 this year, including the loss to Rutgers in the bowl game. So, who wants to start? I can.
My number 3
Go for it.
is a moving coordinator for Mayflower.
That's
Just tell
really good. Yeah.
boys, get that sofa up there. Get it up there. Power, lower, thighs, go.
Lower the jib. Lower the jib.
Yep.
Yeah, Mario in a warehouse just seems perfect. Same collared shirt, like perfect. Doesn't have to change wardrobe whatsoever. That guy's managing a warehouse. It's great. My number 3 is a Manzier salesman. Door to door.
That's not fair.
Hey,
Personal appearance is not show fodder.
Shaming. I'm just saying he would be a good person to be able to do it. Look, man, we all sag. We all sag as we get older. Shit happens, man. It is what it is.
I was cool as a kid. I sagged my pants when I was young.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sag those jinkos.
Hell yeah.
The really big belts too.
Oh, I love a big belt.
With the braided belt.
Oh, it's definitely braided, of course.
Absolutely.
You know.
Hemp, made of hemp as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's icing on the cake.
I know. Okay.
This kid does Oregon well.
Yeah. Throw those
Your puka shells.
Doc Martens on.
yeah.
You wear the Doc Martens?
Man, I look good with puka shells. I ain't gonna lie, man. I pull
Bring 'em
that
back.
shit off.
Bring them back.
Are you gonna get some on eBay? Can you still buy puka shells anywhere?
Hell yeah. I
Is
mean,
that a Hot Topic?
just because we're doing the list, I mean, I went with the big chain in solidarity
Big
with
gold
Mario
chain.
today.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. I
$4
guess I'll go.
on Amazon.
Oh, steal of a deal.
I know.
All right. My number 3 would be a GOP senator of Florida. I think that seems pretty fucking fitting for Mario down there.
That was my number 1.
Was it? I mean,
Yeah, he can win that. I didn't even think of that.
Tommy Hummerville has shown us that
Yeah.
they do not care who you are if you're a name. But I guess he's got to win, though, right? You got to win at Miami to get those votes. They ain't going to hire someone that's a fucking loser for the U.
He's a motivator of people, man. I mean, they don't win, but he sure can talk. That's for sure. All right, so number 3's from the chat. WCP says a cop. He's not a fucking co-op.
He's a co-op.
He's a fucking co-op.
He's not
The
a
fucking co-op.
You know what? You're not a fucking co-op. Number 3.
If anything, he'd be a state trooper, I feel.
He's a statey. Yeah.
He's
totally.
a statey.
Yeah, he's got the hat. Yeah.
Maybe ride a motorcycle. I've seen Mario on a
I
motorcycle out
cannot
there.
see him on a motorcycle. Let's see. 3 from Booble is airport seminar motivational speaker. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, he tours. That guy writes a book and tours talking about that book. I'm with you. Man, I don't know that we're going to have anything on our lists that wouldn't fit. I really feel confident about that. Let's see. 3 from Nathan, FKD, WWE promoter. Yeah, again,
I could see that.
Again, got the voice for it, got the energy.
He had the wrestlers come into the
Remember the celebration?
HTC?
Remember the celebration in Columbus? Back those leaked videos in the locker room of him doing like the arm thing. That's fucking wrestling, man.
That is wrestling.
All right, so wrestling, absolutely. So you're number 2, right, King? That's where we're at.
Yes.
Okay.
My number 2, high school principal.
Yes. Again.
He loves a tie. He loves a good tie.
Oh,
I feel like he'd be tough on those kids too.
He would.
He'd fucking straighten all the kids out if they get into trouble.
Rule with an iron.
He sees someone with a Megan Thee Stallion shirt on. Gotta go.
Rachel, is that in the dress code, Rachel?
Law and order.
You know the answer to my question, Rachel.
Trying to run a middle school over here.
Yeah. Do you think that's appropriate? I didn't think so either. My number 2, Gold's Gym manager.
Totally.
The manager of the Gold's Gym. So
Hey,
he's in his office. Yep. He is the closer when people need motivation to sign up for like accounts with Gold's Gym. Yeah.
Or someone to try to get out of their account.
Yeah. He talks
He
about
ain't
it.
let you get away. Oh, he ain't let you get away.
Yeah.
What are you, soft? What are you trying to be soft here?
Really?
You want to not have gains? What are you doing?
Yeah, he looks him up and down. Really? You're thinking of quitting the gym, huh? I wouldn't do it if I were you, but you know.
You took off auto pay, brother? You don't think we didn't notice that? You don't think we didn't notice the auto pay went away? You trying to sneak away on the 30th? Trying to sneak away on the 30th, brother?
I mean, that's really the only way to get out of it.
You got to pay a month after that, right? You take away the auto pay and it still charges you for the extra month. So why don't you just stay with us a little bit longer? We're going to run some deals here in March.
I'll cut you a 60% deal for 3 more months.
Brother.
All right. My number 2 would be a waiter at McMenamin's.
Oh, God.
Because his time management would work.
Time management, yes, excellent. He's always late. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's going to show up 15 minutes to get your order. Then he's just going to, he'll be off doing something, motivating people, and then forget your order's ready and bring it 10 minutes late.
That's a great joke, Ski.
That's great.
God,
it is.
that's fantastic.
Wait till my number 1.
Oh, by the way, Arizona with a pick 6 coming here. Let's go! Oh, don't fumble it. There you go. Attaboy. Right back in the game, cats. My cats. All right. Where are we at? Everybody's done their
2s for that.
Okay. So 2's in the chat. Booble says military dad in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Yeah. I could see him in with the stars.
He just gets so lovable at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The sweet military dad. Yep. Let's see. WCP, another corrupt South Florida politician. Corrupt? I guess that's like all.
I don't know. I don't know if Mario would be corrupt.
Yeah.
He is just, he's extremely right leaning.
Yes, he is. So just his policies in general are
in general.
It's not really a personality thing for him. It's just the things that okay.
Yeah. Booble missed there on the Hallmark movie. I think he would be in a Ben Shapiro movie with the
Gina Carano.
The lady that was in with Gina Carano. Yeah, that's where I see him.
Kevin Sorbo.
Yes.
Yes. Henry Cavill. Or no, Caviezel.
Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel. Not Henry Cavill, Jim Caviezel.
He really took a stray there.
Yeah.
2-point conversion. Let's go, Cats. Back down to 3. Nathan FKD in the Discord. Number 2 is a gym owner as well. I think manager myself. I don't see him because he needs to be on the floor is what I'm thinking. Yeah, he needs to be out there motivating people. He
needs to be interacting constantly.
He's not going to be the money guy. Yeah, no way. Well, he might be like owner operator, maybe that. Yeah. Okay. All right. King, you're number one. It was politics.
My number one is a right-wing internet personality who is a nightly host on OAN, Newsmax, and Fox News.
It's funny how he sort of like hid all of that stuff while he was here, huh?
Oh, he went to the BLM marches and all that in 2020. I don't think he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I just think he does the, listen, I'm a socially liberal to a point. Don't understand the gays and the blacks unless they can run fast. But I just want a president who can run the country like a business. Brother. Just bring it down like a small business, like Subway. We could all be good.
Oh, that small business. Subway.
That small business.
He very much reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was like running for governor of California. Like very much along the same lines. Like ran as a Republican, but like all of his views are not Republican. And so it's like, what? Okay. And then, didn't really know anything about it until he got there. All right, so my number one is a wrestling coach, a high school wrestling coach. Again, for obvious reasons. I don't have anything funny to say about it. I just think he'd make a perfect wrestling coach.
Yeah.
He'd get in there.
It's like tussling the kids up.
Exactly.
Not in there like Jim Jordan, though, right?
No.
I'm just checking. Checking.
No, we asked the questions on this podcast. So.
OHIO.
I get it.
Go Bucks.
All right. My number one would be a kindergarten teacher. They would love him because no kid would get a timeout.
Oh, whoa.
Very, very, very well done. Very well
See
done.
you. I see you.
I see what you've done there.
I see what you did.
Very funny, Ski. Very funny. Do you get it, King? Do you get it?
I get it.
Because he was bad at calling timeouts.
I got it. Yes,
he did. Yeah, it didn't call timeout.
All right.
Yeah.
He left 2 in the bank today down the score. So yeah.
Number one's from the chat. WCP says Secret Service. Yeah. You can see that with the earpiece. Absolutely. And the glasses. Yep. Yeah. Booble says head coach for a prison team in Longest Yard 2. Yeah, he's the guard. He's the guard. Or the warden. He could be a warden.
Is he not Stone Cold Steve Austin? Well, that's how a white boy runs the football.
Is he that right? Yeah. What level of racist would we say?
He's probably not that racist.
No.
To be fair, he wouldn't play a white person at running back.
No.
By the way, the to be fair, Letterkenny's final season dropped today. So
it dropped like 4 days ago.
Did it? I thought it was today.
Yeah, like month.
All right, whatever.
Tuesday, something like that.
It's there. Watch it if you want to. Whatever.
I won't.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah. Number one from Nathan FKD, who gave us the list, is a used car salesman.
Oh, he would crush it.
Oh, God.
He'd be so good.
He would sell so many Nissans.
Let me get you into this Pontiac. Come on, Linda. Linda, what is it going to take for me to get you into this Pontiac, Linda?
Oh, he would be such a good, Buick Cadillac salesman. Oh, my God.
I mean, look at the room in the back for all the kids here.
Selling boats to older people, older retirees. Well, your gas mileage doesn't really matter because you live, at Del Boca Vista. You're not going far. So,
I like that. I like boat salesman, too. That's great. Oh. Get that man in some Sperry's.
Hey,
he can do both,
easy on the Sperry slander.
Whoa, I didn't say anything bad about Sperry's.
Okay, all right.
I said get the man in some Sperry's, get him selling some boats.
Her tone was a little bad there.
I apologize. Yeah.
All right, here's a real question. when Mario's hanging out on a boat or at the beach, how many buttons undone is his shirt rolling around on the boardwalk?
Oh, I don't think he unbuttons them.
No.
You think he has them uptight? He doesn't.
He
Ooh.
doesn't wear a
Maybe
shirt.
one.
No,
maybe one.
He doesn't wear a fully buttoned shirt. He wears a collared shirt that has like 3 buttons.
The 3
and
buttons?
he's got the top one undone, and he's got the little chain that you can barely see under it, and the little chest hair is poking up. That's what he's got. That's my Mario.
I think he shaves his chest.
Woo! I think you're right.
So you don't even think Mario lets loose walking the boardwalk with a second button undone?
No, he can be in Key West in early June with his family. He's still got that Canes 3-button Adidas thing on, and only by accident is one off. Only by accident.
Is he a shoes with no socks or a flip-flops guy?
That's a great question.
There's no way he's wearing flip-flops if he's not unbuttoning.
I feel like he could. I feel like at some point in his life, his mom told him that showing your toes is for sinners. That's what the Catholicism taught him.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Yep.
It's how the devil gets in you through your
Yep,
toes.
through your toes.
I mean, everyone knows this.
I mean, I do. Shit.
My Cats with another interception. Oklahoma's quarterback falling
Oh.
apart. Here we
See, I'm Brock,
go.
That might be 4 now. He's going to start pushing Purdy here.
Yeah, he's pushing Purdy. That should be a TV show.
Pushing B.
Pushing Purdy.
Remember that?
That's a different show. That's a different.
Remember that.
I mean, that was the whole thing a couple years ago.
All right, let's leave.
Uh,
End of the
all right.
podcast. Movie podcast. By the way, shit, I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, I hope you're still listening. An hour and 20 minutes in.
God, how do we keep? Okay,
know.
how do we keep going so long? What are we
know.
Hey,
doing?
this
I don't know.
football is over after this. So next podcast,
Okay.
there's no college football anymore,
Okay,
other than the
we got to tamp this down to 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Come on.
We talk about the important stuff when there's no sports, though. So I mean, it gets.
I know.
Yeah, so
This is
shit happens, man. So the movie.
log off, man.
The movie
Too
this
long.
week, Sunday. Watch it. Listen to us talk about it. The Retirement Plan. So we're not doing a theme. This is a free-for-all in a skis movie, and he picked The Retirement Plan, which is the new Nick Cage vehicle on Hulu. It is.
I don't even know I don't even think it's the newest Nick Cage. I saw another new Nick Cage movie out as well.
It is our 8th Nick Cage movie that we have watched for the podcast. So
Boy, can't wait to get
And
to
make
that one.
the best one?
the
Hmm?
best one.
Question mark?
Oh yeah. Listen, why don't you tune in on Sunday and listen for our review? All right, we're leaving now. Bye.
Yeah.